So like the whole tire came out, or just like the treading of it?
No, the whole tire.
Damn, like rim and everything.
Rim and everything.
Oh fuck,
yeah,
dude.
So we started like rolling down, and we're like, fool. Someone was like, because it went through an exit. Like it went on the exit. And then I was just imagine someone was walking across the street and just gets hit by the tire or hit a car. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it hit a wall, dude, and it bounced high. It was all boom. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool though.
You want to put the headphones so we can get a mic check going?
All right, for sure.
Right, just chill.
Yeah. I hate being like a host. Hola, this is. But we're here. Don't Try podcast. We're chilling with the homie Fidel, who is also the host of his own podcast, Betamax.
Hell yeah.
Which is available and
everything,
yeah. YouTube too?
No, we do have one video on YouTube, but that was because I was like a video interview.
Yeah, because that's what when I first tried to look your shit up, I was going there and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's not on there yet.
And I'm used to just hearing them on there, other than the Joe Rogan one, because it's on Spotify. Okay. But other than that,
we're usually just Spotify, like all the major podcast platforms.
That's hell yeah. And we went to high school together too.
Yeah. We went to Wells together too, no?
Yeah. Wells, yeah. What elementary school did you go to?
I went to La Granada.
Oh, okay, I went to Orlando.
Yeah. So I went to La Granada with Marco actually.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's tight. And fucking, how you been, dude?
Been good, man. You know, just working a bunch. Like, it's funny that you brought up the podcast because we recently released a new episode after like 5 months of not doing it. Oh, because like we were like, me personally, like I just didn't have the motivation to do it because I was always coming home tired from work.
Yeah.
Because like work has been crazy since the pandemic started.
For you guys?
For us, yeah.
Like busy?
Yeah, people got used to ordering everything online now.
That's true. Yeah.
So like I'm constantly just.
My brother does the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does he work at?
He's for like an independent contractor.
Oh, okay.
But he wears the FedEx suit and everything. But
that's the same. Like I think all FedEx ground is like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's all contractors.
Oh okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like just we putting in like between 10 to even 13, 14-hour days.
Fuck.
Yeah, and then right now I'm doing like 1 to 2 Saturdays a month included. So it's just like, man.
And it does suck to like feel drained and try to do this shit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I'm not looking forward to summer. So.
Yeah. Same, dude. Yeah. That's one of our struggles with us is keeping it consistent.
Yeah.
That's always been like, even with like the band, it was always a thing for me, like to keep it consistent, because I feel like bands or artists or anything who doesn't make it is because it's not consistent.
Yeah.
You know, because it's also gets like, it becomes like a hobby for some people, you know, like they end up treating it like a hobby. And it's like, well, like if you're only doing it once a week or once every other week, then it's like, it's not going to gain any traction. And so for us, I would always like be bitching like, fool, we got to try to do it at least once a week, you know, or whatever. And, but I wasn't editing the videos and shit. Yeah. So.
Tell them what happened.
Yeah, so I'll be like, fool, let me just, because I bought the program too. I was like, fool, just like someone, I'll record them, I'll edit mine, and then you edit yours. Like, all right, cool, all right. And then finally I did, and I was
Remind you, I kept telling him, like, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
It's fucking tedious, it's annoying, and he's like, dude, I got it.
No, well, my mentality is like, fool, I can learn it. I'll learn it, dude. It's fine. I'm like, you know? And then, but it's one of those things like, because when I think about it like music, like, oh, fool, like anything that comes with music, I'll try to learn it, and it's not like, it's like I want to learn it.
Yeah.
But this shit, I was like, like, once I thought I figured something out, I had to like, wow, how do you do this now? Like, I gotta look it up, and I was like, I got annoyed. I was like, never mind.
The way that we originally did it, the GoPro for some reason records in like 15 like little minutes of set, like so.
Oh really?
So if it's like 2 hours long, you got 15. So you have to piece it all together.
Oh shit!
Then you have to get the audio and put it underneath. Then you have to take off this audio and then match it all together. Now you have to pan back and forth whenever people are talking. So it takes at least 3 hours to like edit an hour podcast.
Yeah.
And then, but like you have to literally sit there. If you don't sit there for the 3 hours, then you're gonna like do 30 minutes. The next day you're gonna do 10 minutes because you're not gonna want to do it.
Yeah.
So it became one of those things where it's just tedious and annoying. So I kept telling him, I'm like, let's take a break. I'm saving up for this. And then once I got this fucking dude, it went from 3 hours of podcast to like 20 minutes to edit.
There you go.
Yeah. But we took like a 3-month break too.
Yeah.
It was like a 3-month break. But and then before that, it wasn't consistent. It was like once every other week maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for us, we were trying to do the same, like stay consistent with it. I think maybe we only had like 1 or 2 months where we were actually doing it every week.
Yeah.
But after that, it was just like every other week or like 1 or 2 a month. And it just like, cause our schedules conflict a lot. So
same here. We gotta sometimes figure it out and shit. And then that's why I tell them like a week ahead, like, all right, fool, tell me now when you're free. And that's same with the band. Like, all right, fool, let's make the date to practice now instead of like the week, cause then you guys won't do it. But at that time where you guys were like doing it consistently, did you feel like towards like the last one that you did consistently, like, oh shit, like I feel like I did way better, like I can sense me getting way better?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I think also what helped with keeping that I can't fucking say that word. Consistency.
I suck with my words.
What the hell?
There's a word that I was trying to avoid to say because I felt like I wasn't gonna say it right. What'd you say? Like
which one?
It was like. There's a certain increments. I think that was the word.
Oh yeah. Oh, 15-minute increments.
I was like worried not to say that. I was like 15-minute bits. Or so I had to change it.
The other day I was singing that what is it? The Bee Gees song, Tragedy.
Oh yeah.
And I said it wrong. Tragedy.
No, but what I was saying is like what I think helped us stay consistent with doing an episode every week is like we actually sat down one day and we're like, okay, let's plan out the next episodes, like multiple.
Yeah.
And who's all in the podcast? You mentioned someone else.
Yeah, it's 2 other guys. It's my friend Eddie and our friend Birdie.
How do you know them?
I met through mutual friends. Eddie and Birdie. Yeah.
Such a catchy like Eddie and Birdie.
Yeah, I just met them through like just mutual friends. You know, like Eddie actually went to Norte Vista, but he's younger than us, so like. He might have been there, like, I think he was a freshman when you were, like, a senior, because, I left Novi early.
Yeah.
So
he's a bad kid, fool.
Yeah, bad kid.
Getting down?
Yeah. No, he went to continuation school,
I went to Alvord,
That's what happened to me, too.
Yeah.
I had to go to fucking continuation school.
But, yeah, so, like, it's the 3 of us, and it's actually funny, like, how it came about to do the podcast with them, because I was listening to a lot of podcasts, mainly, like, movie podcasts.
Yeah. Is that the type of podcast you listen to? Is like those types or what?
Mostly, yeah. Like mostly.
What got you into them?
Yeah, which one do you recommend? Like, which one's the main one that you listen to?
Well, I don't think it's a podcast anymore, but it was from like this company Collider. They do videos also, like on YouTube. But like I've tried watching some of their newer stuff, and like it's not the same like it used to be.
Yeah.
But their podcast was what got me into it. Like they would like just discuss movies coming out and like review movies and stuff like that, and it was interesting.
Yeah, because you're the first person who I've had on here who also has a podcast.
So, oh really?
Yeah. So far I've had like just like musicians or like and I like the ones that I did with homies, like with Alex and them and Danny, like. They always came out pretty like solid, like oh shit, like this is cool. Yeah.
But yeah, I remember. Do you remember Jose Lopez?
Jose, no. Oh wait, the guy from he plays the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Super Crust.
Yeah. So like I still hang out with him regularly.
Yeah.
And I remember I was talking to him about this new podcast that I came across. I think it's called Real Deal. There's like these 2 guys from like hardcore bands that started a movie podcast.
Oh, that's right.
But I was listening to it. And I was like, they're not really doing a lot of their like fact checking stuff before.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like, oh, what was that person's name? What was this? Like, oh, what movie was that? So it was like, in my head, I was like, why don't you look that up before you're about to talk about, you know?
Yeah.
So I was talking to him about that, and he was like, why don't you start your own podcast?
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
because he's really like DIY, huh?
Yeah, he's very DIY.
Yeah, DIY, yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't know. Like, I don't think like that'd be like interesting. And he's like, dude, like I like listening to you talk about movies.
Exactly, yeah.
And he's like, just start a podcast. He's like, and he's like, you and Eddie, because our friend Eddie, he also loves talking about movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll bring it up to him. And then like our friend Birdie got involved and was like, that's how it happened. So initially it was Jose's idea.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah.
what is it about like movies that like fascinates you though? Like breaking it down and all that. Like what is it?
I think for me it just started because I kind of had like a rough upbringing, so it was just like to kind of get away or like distract myself from what was going on in my house. I just lock myself in my room, watch movies, and just like analyze the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Like so, I've always been like that. Yeah.
I relate to that sense with video games.
Yeah.
Because I was always like, I went in my own world.
Yeah.
Like even movies, that's why I got into like when I started picking up the camera and doing videography. I got so much into it where I'll watch a movie and analyze the way their angles, the way the background. Because the one thing I love about movies is So say like we're talking right here, but in the background you see these bums fighting.
Yeah.
Like stuff that's happening in the background, like in real life sense, because stuff is going on.
Yeah.
So instead of actors like, hey, what's going? Like they're pretending like they're talking. Yeah. Like real life, if we're at a bar chilling, you're gonna see someone behind you, like a couple arguing, like "fuck you, you cheat on me." Yeah. As that's going, you're hearing them yelling, but then there's some serious convo, like, "Dude, I can't believe you."
There's some movies
girl.
where they go like, that in detail, huh? Where like everything means something.
Yeah.
Like if you like pay attention to it. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Like I never finished seeing it, but like The Shining, I heard that was like
I've seen that movie so many times, and like
what's
The Shining with Jack Nicholson?
The one where like he breaks through the door and he's like, "Here's Johnny."
Oh, dude, I always see that, but I've never actually like seen the movie.
That movie, it's like considered a horror movie. That movie kind of like fucks with my head. I don't know if you've seen the documentary about it.
I think that's what I'm talking about. It was on Netflix.
Room 237, I think it was called.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't remember.
I remember seeing something where it was like talking about like all these like hidden meanings in the movie, like something about like Indians or something.
Yeah,
right?
that's the one.
Yeah, okay, but I didn't finish it though.
Yeah, that one. It's a documentary more about like not necessarily what the movie, like the hidden meanings in the movie.
Yeah,
it's like fan theories basically.
Oh, I see.
But I mean, they make a lot of sense.
Oh yeah.
Like especially just like the way the hotel is designed in the movie, like it doesn't make sense. But like the director, Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, like he did that movie 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, and A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah. So 2001: A Space Odyssey, that movie came out in '68, I believe. And we hadn't gone to space yet. We did not know what Earth looked like. We did not know what space looked like.
Did we not?
No. When that movie came out,
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, we had no idea what Earth looked like from space.
Yeah.
So like he had to come up with it on his own.
Really?
And it's like accurate as fuck.
Is that why it's so iconic and so like fucking?
It's just the way the movie was made. Like if you, it's a movie that came out in the '60s, and just I remember watching it for the first time and thinking like, how the fuck did he do this? Like how was this filmed? Like it's insane to me.
Okay, see, because I seen that movie before. I don't think I finished it, but like I feel like it was too boring for me. But that's because I did not know that. I did not know that he made, like, to me it was like, okay, space, and it was just like super slow. I feel like it's better to be seen in theaters.
That movie, yeah.
Yeah, like fucked up or shit.
Yeah, because like it makes sense that you think it was boring, because it is. It's a boring movie, but it was intentionally made that way. Like, because the main character of that movie is actually like the ship. The HAL 9000, like the red light. Yeah. So like it's supposed to be like how the AI views all the humans. That's why everybody's just like so like just talks all monotone, and like, there's like no emotion in anybody. Yeah. It's because of that.
Oh, that's crazy.
See, I didn't realize that's why I analyze shit like that all the time.
Have you ever wanted to make movies?
I have
thought about like
I've tried more. I think more along the lines of like I have an idea, but I just to flesh it out. I can't.
Okay, yeah.
What about writing though? You never like because writing. I feel like that's the first step.
Because I before like being in the bands, I wasn't always into music, but I wanted to make movies.
I remember you wrote one, or like you had a script. I remember reading it about like a cowboy, and like it was a long time ago. Yeah. It was. I think it was about a cowboy. So it had to do with like going to Mexico to get drugs or something. Yeah. But I remember you gave me something to read, and I was like, man, this is pretty tight.
Yeah, I was super like same thing. Like I would like try to learn about all movies. Like I even went to RCC and took like a screenwriting class, and then like I went through like the whole list of like the top 250 movies and try to watch all those and be like, why are they great? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like some I would get, but then some I would like not. And then and then as it went on, I kind of got like the idea, and it kind of even applies to music. I got the idea that like, fuck, like, what makes a movie great is like you don't really know. It's like what I feel is that when it's something original in a sense, and when something is original, it's usually made by someone who kind of like put something of themselves in there. Yeah. You know? And you know what I mean? And I'm always like, fuck. Like, as long, I feel like, even with music, as long as I do something and it's original to me, and I do it and then I find pleasure in it, then, like, it should be something you should try. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, instead of like, and so that's what I got from that. But then, how you said it's just like, fuck, to make a movie is just, then flesh it out. Yeah. Get a camera crew or shit like that. But I would get super inspired by, like Kevin Smith. Yeah. You know, how he, like, just did it all super cheap, and Reservoir Dogs, like, just, like, what if you make a movie, like, in one setting? Yeah. You know what I mean? Or, like, I was always thinking, like, wow, how can I make this happen? Like, what if I make a movie with, like, a cheap camera, but like make it that's the way you're trying to make it. You know what I mean? Like,
or you can just make like how I said, like a story, like a book or some like script structure, and then pretty much sell it. Yeah, and someone else can just do it for you.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what happens a lot.
Yeah,
What about that? I feel like with that, I was like not confident in the writing. Like when you would read yours and you read one that's like,
but that, like, it goes back to that's like us looking at Joe Rogan and then be like, well, look at his and look at ours.
Well, no, but I'm saying, not like for example, like Quentin Tarantino. He knows how to write. Yeah. He was able to do that because he wants to write. He wanted to write books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so he like. Of course, whatever he puts on the paper is gonna look good when you read it. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like I would write shit, but when I would read it or look at it, it didn't pop out as much as when I would like compare it to other ones that were like I was trying to be like. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to like find. I don't know, like because you know how to sell it. Yeah. To sell it, you know what I mean? You have to sell it to people. How would you sell it? How would you like?
But what if that one doesn't hit, but the 200th one that you made hits?
Oh yeah, but I didn't have it in me to do that 200.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like with music, I was like, I'm like still making music.
Exactly with your music. Yeah. The first song you said people suck. Like you.
No, I'm just but I'm saying with me though, with movies, I didn't have it in me.
What I'm trying to say is just fucking write. Yeah. Fucking make something, and then fucking see what happens. I mean, you never know. Just put it out there, and then. Dude,
well, you wanted to make movies. Where's your writings?
But I'm not motivated to, dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You gotta find that motivation.
Yeah. Right now, look at one thing I noticed about me is once I'm stuck on one thing, I'm stuck on one thing. I can't multitask and put my full. I love gaming. I was doing gaming videos. I can't do both. Once I'm doing gaming videos, I'm stuck on that. Yeah. Fuck podcasting.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like for me, like music, I can do that with, and I didn't know that then. Because I was just like a lyric writer. Like I was more into writing than I was into making the music. And now I'm like, all right, now I'm down for anything with the music and music. But when it came to movies, I was just writing. And then when it came to fleshing it out, that shit's hard. Yeah. You're right. But I'm still a big fan of movies. I still like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's a cool like recent movie that you like new movie that's coming out? That's come out. And you were like, dude, that it gave you like the same feeling. Like, I don't know if you got the same feeling, but. When I saw Pulp Fiction for the first time, just like I saw that Jordan Peterson, it blew me away. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, you know what I mean?
The answer might be surprising because the movie is considered, like, terrible.
Yeah.
Malignant.
Malignant?
Yeah.
Which one is that one?
What's his name? James Wan, the guy who directed the first Saw movie.
Yeah.
He came out with the movie. It came out last year on HBO, and it's bad. It's a really bad movie.
Uh-huh.
But... there's a twist in it that made me go, fuck yeah. Like, that was fucking tight.
It was worth it?
Yeah, it's one of those movies where it's, like, really bad, and then it just gets so bad that it's amazing.
What?
It's entertaining. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so, watching that, I was just like, those type of movies, I'm just like, that's what makes me, like, maybe I could do this, you know?
Yeah. Hey, that's crazy, because you guys talk about that in the podcast that you showed me.
Yeah.
And, the Perdita, what is it?
Oh, Perdita Durango.
Yeah. It made me want to watch it, but then when you guys were talking about it, I was like, oh, so it's a super bad movie.
It's bad.
It's like horrible, but it just sounds like it's so outlandish that it's worth it to watch.
It's one of those movies, it'd be good to watch with a group of people that like watching bad movies.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can make fun of it.
Yeah. If you're by yourself, you're like...
Yeah. It's bad though. It's really bad. Yeah.
I tripped out when I saw the trailer and it was Javier Bardem. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. That shit was tight. Yeah. And then your podcast, do you try to have like themes for every episode or what?
We try to. Like initially what the format of it was just like we'd open up and it was like movie news or like what movies are coming out that we're excited for, what have we watched. Like it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
But it felt too like forced. It didn't feel like organic, you know?
That's what I was telling this fool because he came at me because he was showing some of his coworkers the podcast and they were like telling him like, hey,
you should have topics.
You should have topics and themes and stuff like that. And he was kind of like, should we? And I was like,
because it was one of those things where I just thought to myself like, because I always shut it down, but then it's like since we're constantly doing podcasts, I want to hear your feedback because maybe you're going to be like, yeah, we should have topics. And I'm like, oh, shit, maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, but then I felt like, I was like, well, in the podcast that me and you are fans of, they don't have topics. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it'll be forced. Like, it'll be like, it's not what we do. Like, we're just doing it for them, you know? But So yeah, it was kind of cool, like how you said, like
like
you felt that.
It felt like it was forced. It didn't feel natural.
Yeah.
And so
were you guys just trying to have like the same theme for every episode, kind of?
Yeah. It was gonna be like open up intro. Talk about new trailers that dropped.
Yeah.
Kind of like a movie news. Type of thing.
Here's this segment.
Yeah. So that's what it was initially. So like the first couple episodes of the podcast are like that. Mm-hmm. And then Birdie, who is actually my roommate also.
Oh yeah.
He was like, hey man, like why don't we switch it up?
Yeah.
He's like, because it was initially just going to be movies.
Yeah.
And like movies, TV shows only.
Yeah, because that's what I like about when I saw it now, that you had some about music, like your bands and shit, and then you had one, like I saw that it was about toys.
I was the last one was toys. That's the one that I heard. To.
And that's what made me like, oh, this is tight. Like, I haven't listened to the first ones that you said that were like
They're
that
bad.
though.
They're bad.
They're bad. Yeah, that's tight. But you still have them up there, and I was like, ours were bad too, and I was just like, we'll just leave them up to that way. That way you go like, all right, don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he was like, we should just talk about other stuff. I'm like, oh, like what? He's all, anything. That's why, because initially the podcast was just called Betamax, and then like we added like a little ULTD underneath, unlimited, and I was like, just like we don't have to change the name, it just means like anything, like nothing's off topic, you know?
Yeah, because Betamax is what, like the old fucking
those video format.
Yeah.
I thought a lot of people knew that, but like a lot of people don't know that that's what that is.
No, dude. For a lot of people trip out, and I'm like, a cassette. What's that?
Yeah, and it's like, what? Are you serious? But yeah, and then. I actually became friends with a lot of people in like hardcore bands and stuff from like LA and stuff.
Yeah.
So Birdie was just like, and maybe we could interview like some people that you know. And like, so we have a couple episodes where we interview like my friend Fern, who that's like probably our most popular interview episode. He works for Golden Voice and he works at the El Rey Theater. So like we just interviewed him about like just stuff, like how he got into it and stuff. And so, but yeah.
That's tight. Hell yeah. What hardcore bands are you recommend right now?
Right now? There's a band out of, I think, San Jose called Tsunami.
Tsunami.
Yeah, they're very, like, ignorant.
What do you mean?
Like, but in a good way. Yeah. Kind of like, because I feel like bands nowadays, it's so nice, if that makes any sense. It's so, like, oh, hey, like, we're here to have fun. Like, you know, yeah, you're here to have fun, whatever.
What do you think of Turnstile?
I love that band.
Yeah?
I love that, yeah.
Okay, I love that band too.
Yeah, I love that band. And well, let me go back to Tsunami. So.
Well, I said that because, like, is that what you mean by clean?
In a way.
How like, they're kind of hard, but it's like.
Yeah, in a way.
You know?
Yeah. So, I remember coming across a video of this band playing, like, I think it looked like some restaurant or something, and it was Tsunami. There's a bunch of people in there. And, like, there's, like, really heavy, and, like, there's a breakdown about to happen. And then the singer, he gets on the mic, and it's part of the song, but he says, there are only two kinds of people in this world. People from the Bay and people who are bitches. And then, the crowd went crazy. Yeah. And I started laughing. I was like, man, like I miss when I would go to like Showcase to like those type of shows, like hardcore shows.
Yeah.
And like people were just
Showcase.
RIP. Hell yeah. And like people were just dumb, you know, just like ignorant and like and I was like, oh dude, like that was tight. So they're like really popping off right now and like, but yeah, like Turnstile is funny. I didn't really get into them until the album before their latest one. And I remember Eddie.
I just got into them.
Eddie would give me shit. My podcast host.
Yeah.
He's like, man, this band sounds like POD. And I was like, what? And he's like, this band sucks, dude. Like, no. And then he kind of ruined it a little bit for me. I was like,
but that's the album, the one before
the one that like blew him up.
That's what he was saying. Sounds like POD.
Yeah, I think it's called Time and Space.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, dude, like this is tight. Like, and he's like, nah, like this is whack. This is whack. And I was
is he like super like that hardcore, the underground shit, that like real
in a way,
shit,
but his music taste is also very diverse. Like he listens to a lot of like synth pop also. And,
okay. Like so, if I would have gone to like a hardcore show, he wouldn't be like, you don't belong here.
No,
that's happened to us at a showcase.
Oh yeah. I've heard a lot of stories about that happening at showcase. Yeah, but I remember, and I was telling him like, nah, dude, like this album's good. Like I was like, I feel like this album's gonna like blow him up. And then that's when the next album came out, and then that's the one that blew him up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that type of hardcore, like it's very clean, which I like it too.
I like,
it's fun, you know. But I do miss like there's a lot more bands coming out now that are just really heavy and just mean, and just like like ignorant.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, fuck shit up, type of shit.
Yeah. Back to like, I don't give a fuck. No
one's
being taken care of here.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
You're on your own, bitch. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's tight. Well, fucking, how long's that been?
Huh?
How long have we been?
28 minutes.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to ask you, though, what's your, like, top 5 movies? I know that you probably, like, hate that question, but...
That one's hard.
Yeah, what's your top 5 movies?
He's like, how about I give you my top 50?
Before you think about that, what's your favorite genre of, like, movies? Like, is it horror? Is it, like, comedy?
I would say, like, given the fact of the type of movies I watch regularly, it would be a tie between, like, horror and, to be completely honest, like, romantic comedies.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What is it about horror movies?
And that was a good question because you gave context to like his top 5.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask that first, but then I thought about that. But what is it about horror?
If you would have said like, fuck it, what's your favorite romantic comedy?
Before because he. Well,
if you would have said it, I would have been like, what?
So fucking what is it about horror movies? Because like me personally, I can never get in like. When it comes to, like, Chainsaw Massacre, I can watch Jason versus Freddy, whatever. Like, killer, like, people, that's fine. But when it comes to The Exorcist, I can't fuck with it.
No?
Demonic
because
shit.
Because you get scared?
Because it just fucks with my brain. Like, I'm the type of person where it's, like, nighttime. I'm not thinking about, like, a demon rising and killing me. And then there's other people like, did you hear that? Like, they start freaking out. And I'm like, what are you... I'm like, hey, you like scary movies, huh? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, that's why you're scared of the dark. So, like, me personally, I'll admit, I'm fucking terrified to watch The Exorcist because I can't sleep. I start visualizing the face and this and that.
Yeah. This one?
Yeah, exactly. You see me fucking run? Yeah, what is it about horror movies? I can't.
Hey, what if she just walked in all fucking like a spider crawl?
I'll start fucking hitting her with one of these, dude. I'm taking flight, dude.
Well, I guess for me, the reason I love horror movies so much is just because like they brings out so many different emotions in you, like that adrenaline rush, that feeling of unsafety, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Bitch, run!
Yeah. But they could also be like fun, like you said, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
that movie like fucked with my head when I was a kid when I saw that one.
That one was fucking scary. That one actually scared me.
But see, like when it comes to that, like they're human, so like I know they're just like crazy in the head. But like a demon, I'm like, how do you stop a fucking demon?
Yeah,
like, that's what scares me. Because like if it's a person, I'm like, all right, bet, bitch, like let's go. Like, but when it's a demon and I just like going all crazy, I'm like, oh, I'm about to get like fucked. Like there's nothing I can do about it. So,
it's funny because like The Exorcist doesn't scare me.
No.
Like I've never thought that movie was scary. I like it. It's a good movie.
I saw that movie. I don't know if you remember. I think in like '97 or something. It had to be 97, I think. It came out. They remastered it. They brought it out in theaters. I had never seen it in my life, and I went to go see it. And I went with my sister and her date. Like, they were like on a date.
Yeah.
And so I sat by myself like in the back, and I watched it. That shit freaked me out.
It's a freaky movie. A freaky movie, but I don't know. It just never really scared me.
But that's like based on a true story, right? Like it, or you know more about this shit.
I think it's based on. I guess when you say based on a true story, it's not like that actually happened. There's like stories of people claiming that to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what freaked me out because I was like, dude, this shit actually happened. Like the bitch fucking was rotting and fucking twisting her neck around. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? But then again, I was just like, it never like happened again. So
because in the same sense, you could say Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, the first movie, that's based on a true story.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, the director, he wanted to make a horror movie because he was known for horror movies like in the 80s and 70s and stuff. Like for like The Hills Have Eyes and shit like that.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that was the same director.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wes Craven, yeah.
The Hills that one's dope.
Yeah,
but the old one.
I didn't watch the old one.
Yeah, like the original that came out in like the 70s, I believe.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
Yeah,
I probably watched the like 2000 and
the remake. The remake was good too.
That one,
that
was sick.
I never seen the old one.
The old one, it's creepy. It's really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wanted to make a new horror movie, and he was reading a paper about people dying in their sleep.
Oh.
And so he came up with the idea of like, oh, what if it's like if they die in their dreams, do they die in real life too? And so,
Wow.
And then he also mixed it with the story that he read about this guy who was like abusing children and killing them. So like that, because that's the original story of Freddy. He was like a child like rapist, and he would kill him and shit. So that's where he came up with the idea. So I guess you could say that was based on a true story too.
Yeah. I can see where. Yeah. Okay.
And no one really mentions that fucking Freddy Krueger is a child rapist, huh?
Yeah, because he became popular.
Yeah.
He became popular, so they never talked about it. Only in the first movie.
Fuck.
Yeah. Only in the first movie.
Yeah.
They were actually gonna make a movie about him being like alive still, where he was doing that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was gonna be called like the Springwood Slasher or something, but they never did it.
Yeah, because I think I tripped out because I didn't see the movies in sequence. Like I remember seeing like the newest one that had come out in the 90s.
New Nightmare.
That was like the first one, and then I saw like 2 and then 3 all mixed up. So when I saw the first one in my later, like I think it was like in my 20s. I was like, well, he was a child rapist?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's tight. Oh, and then also before, like, you told us the top 5, like, I feel like one of the greatest intros to, like, a character like that was fucking Leatherface, dude.
Yeah.
I remember when like, he first popped out, I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like, because the whole movie, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
You know, no mention of it. You don't even know what the fuck's going on. And then he just pops out of nowhere, just that sliding door. What the hits him in the face with the hammer.
Yeah.
And then the fool starts twitching. Yeah. I was like, what? And then he brings him in and then he closes it. And then silent, like, what the hell? Yeah. Like, oh shit. That was a badass intro to like a fucking character.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, but you tell your top 5 or what?
Yeah, top. You want to do top 10 or top 5?
Well, okay.
I feel like you have a lot.
There's a lot because it also depends on like the genre, you know. Yeah. But like off the top of my head, like Texas Chainsaw is definitely up there.
Yeah.
John Carpenter's The Thing. I don't know if you guys ever seen that one.
I never seen.
That sounds familiar.
It came out in '84, I think.
It's like Kurt Russell. I heard the Hateful Eight was kind of based off of that.
In a way.
I think that's how I.
When you're trying to like figure out who's the fucking one infected or whatever, right? Kind of.
Yeah, so John Carpenter, that one, it's considered a horror movie too. It's like science fiction about aliens and shit.
Oh, okay.
But so it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, John Carpenter's The Thing, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey. I love that movie.
Oh, that's a dope movie, dude.
I love that movie, yeah.
I remember I had like my first real big breakup there, and that movie came out, and I was just like, oh, yeah. That's another reason why I wanted to write. I was like, damn, that's such a good fucking...
I don't think I've seen that one.
No?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he plays this guy. It's like his only role he's ever played where he's like timid, like not funny.
Who's that director, too? He makes badass movies in general.
Michael Gondry.
Right?
Michael Gondry, he also...
Science of Sleep? Something like that?
Well, I think he was known more for the writing. Because he also did, he wrote Being John Malkovich.
Yeah.
He wrote that one. And then...
Oh, Adaptation?
Yeah.
That's a badass movie.
Yeah. So, so Texas Chainsaw, John Carpenter's The Thing, Eternal Sunshine, and then, like, there's so many, like, I gotta put Ninja Turtles on there because like that's my childhood one. 1990, the first one. Yeah, the first one.
The first one's fucking sick.
I've seen that movie so many times. I'm always like, it sucks for people to watch it with me because like I could say everything.
I'm like that with the second one. That's the first one I saw, and I had the movie. Yeah, but then when I saw the first one. I was like, damn, it's because the second one's like dorky. It's like, what's up, you know? And I remember tripping out because I was like, the first one's serious. It's like, oh shit, you feel bad a lot of the times. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it was cool. Like,
I still remember just tripping out, like how they made the mouths move, the costumes. And, like, being a kid, just watching it, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was a lot of puppeteering.
Yeah, I was born in '93, so that was already out. But I just remember seeing it as a kid.
What do you love about that movie?
the puppeteering, like the outfits, the way the outfits look.
Like wait, we were young, huh? That shit was tight. Like,
it looked legit, you know. And then like looking back at it, it's pretty. I don't know if you ever read the comic books or like know the origins of it.
I saw a documentary on it and how like the comics were actually badass, like dark comics. Like it wasn't like child friendly. It was more like fucking gnarly and shit. Yeah, because like the creators, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, they did it because they're huge Daredevil fans. So like in their universe, the turtles, the ooze that mutated them is the same shit that made Daredevil blind. Wow, that's tight. Oh yeah.
I'm always like deep diving into shit. Like
but the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're DC, right?
No, it's its own. Right now it's currently owned by IDW.
IDW.
So it's not part of like DC or Marvel.
Because I tripped out that they they showed up on the Injustice game.
Yeah, it's because they did a crossover with Batman.
Oh, okay. I was like, fuck, are they DC?
No, they did that. They did that to promote a crossover with Batman, like a comic book series, which the story is actually pretty tight. Right. But yeah, that's the reason why they're in that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
so, I can't think of like any other ones that come to mind like right away. High Fidelity is another one.
I never seen that one.
No,
that's a romantic comedy.
That's a romantic comedy. Yeah, this guy John Cusack plays this guy who owns a record store, and he's constantly breaking the fourth wall, so he's like talking to the camera. But like the main,
that's always dope. I love
it. But it's pretty funny.
It's funny, and you're kind of like get mad at him a lot. He's not a likable guy.
Yeah.
Like he's a piece of shit actually.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad.
He's always listing like top 5 of this, top 5 that. So the main thing of the movie is his top 5 breakups in his life. So like he talks about, and then it shows like flashbacks of like him when he was a kid, and like. So that movie is tight.
I actually want to see that because I hear a lot of good things about that one. That has the one where he like does the boombox thing, right?
No, that's Say Anything.
Oh, okay.
No,
but yeah, High Fidelity. I remember watching that.
Yeah, High Fidelity also has Jack Black in it. It's like one of his like first, well not first, but like one of his early roles.
So, I'm noticing like a little theme on this. Do you like more movies that were made before like the 2000s or?
Not really. There's just those have the ones that have been stuck with me.
Yeah.
But like I like contemporary movies. Like some of my favorites right now are like Midsommar. I don't know if you noticed my shirt. It's a Midsommar shirt.
Oh, I thought it was a fucking band shirt.
No, Midsommar. Like,
the movie?
Yeah.
What's
That's
Midsommar?
tight. That's a badass shirt.
Or Midsommar. Like some people that are like anal about it. The proper title is Midsommar.
Yeah.
But it's a horror movie about.
You haven't seen it? I think you did see it.
Midsommar.
Where like the old people jump onto a rock. No?
It's a fucked up movie.
It's a
fucked up movie.
It's a horror movie, but it's more like freaky and like you feel weird. Like you feel like fuck. I would hate to be in that situation. Like type thing, you know. And it's like people like to me like you know how you're scared. We had this conversation. You're scared of demons and shit. The shit that freaks me out is like fools who are like either like not all there. Or like on drugs, like hardcore tour, like they're like not themselves. Like people who are not like, that freaks me out. Like some fools like, hey, that fool looks sketch. I don't want to stand next to that fool. Fucking freaks me out, shit like that. And that movie is like that type of thing where you just start seeing things or whatever, where you're just like, fuck, I don't want to be here. Yeah. And it's like, well, I'll tell you the first thing. Will it ruin it? Because it's one of those things like when you watch the movie, I kind of already said it, but you watch the movie and it's like. Since you already expect it, it doesn't.
When they start noticing shit going weird, like what you said when they're jumping, like.
Yeah, well I said it, but fuck it. Yeah. so like the first thing that like they go to this like spot to have like what is it like?
It's supposed to be like a
retreat.
It's a retreat, but what they're going to is like a ceremony to, I guess. Say bye to like old members or something, but they don't know, like the new people don't know what that means.
Yeah.
They're basically going there to watch these people kill themselves.
Yeah.
And it's brutal.
But it's like in a beautiful ass place, huh?
Yeah, the whole movie, there is like not nighttime like ever in the movie. It's like beautiful. Like I think it's Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland. So like,
and it's like it's all green and it just looks beautiful.
And it's these like college kids. They're like, yeah, we're gonna go. We'll just And so then they get woken up for we'll come watch the thing, Like they're all happy. Like all right, whatever. They go out and then. There's a giant cliff, and you see like these old people. They're at the top, and then they just jump, and they land on a fucking rock. Yeah, dude, and it sounds crazy. Like you hear the fucking like cracks.
You see like the face split open.
Yeah, the face split open. Fool. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah. So it's dope, dude.
It's a badass movie. So like the guy who made this, Ari Aster, is like one of my favorite filmmakers right now. So like, he did this one, Hereditary.
Yeah, Hereditary.
And then,
you saw that one, yeah?
I can't watch that.
That one legitimately scared me.
Yeah,
that one did scare me. That movie was fucking scary.
Whenever it's fucking some crazy shit where it's out of control where I can't get a gun and just shoot them, I'm good. I don't want to fucking face that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to believe in it. Like all that shit. Like I remember playing the Ouija board when I was little with like my homies. We got one from like fucking Spencer's, I think.
Yeah.
And we played it, but like since I wasn't like, I was like, dude, this is a stupid game. Yeah. Like I just did it like that. Nothing happened. But my homie, he said, because we did it at his house, he's like, dude, I keep seeing shit at night. Like he keeps seeing this, but like I feel like he's believing in it.
Yeah.
So he starts seeing shit.
Yeah.
When he goes to the bathroom, he sees this shape, this
He's scaring himself.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm like, dude, I don't want to fucking even think like that. I just rather go to the bathroom, take a piss, go back to bed. You know? I don't want my fucking feet hanging off the bed. It's like, oh, someone's touching my feet. Someone's touching my feet. Like when I was little, I used to fucking set up like a tent.
Yeah.
Because I used to sleep on the floor. Like, because sometimes I have to sleep with my parents because I can't sleep in my room. So I'll go to the side and I'll set up like a little tent, like on their cabinets, and I'll make it like where it's like a shield. And I'm like, oh, like they can never break into this. Like, I don't know why, but like that's how like paranoid I would be. So that's why I was like, dude, I can't watch any.
No demons. I'm gonna get you to watch one.
There's one time where I watched like they forced me. I was like, fuck this shit. I stare at the wall the whole time. I was like, I watched like when it was like cool, but I was like, oh, something's gonna pop up. I'll look away.
It's gonna be like the same thing like when we went to that rave and shit. Like where I'm like, it's cool, fool. And before that, he was like, I hate being around big crowds, dude. Like I hate it. I feel like anyone who looks at me the wrong way, I want to fuck them up. I'm like, fool, what the fuck?
But he takes it in like that. But I was trying to tell him like, there's times where you go to concerts and like people are just like tripping, like
yeah.
But like I was just telling him like, cause I go to like rap shows. There's people that were kind of like lightweight tripping, drunk, and like, but the EDC's different because everybody's like, "Yo, props, dude, you look cool." Like everybody's on something, so they feel good. The whole thing is like peace, love, and like something like I forget what it's called, unity or something like that.
Isn't it friendship?
Yeah, it's something like it's like plush or something. I can't remember.
No. Peace, love, unity, and respect.
Plur.
Yeah.
So that's like the whole thing. But like, there's been rap shows where I go to, I'm like, I gotta watch my back. But like, I'm so accustomed where I'm from. Like, if I go bar hopping, I might run into someone that's like, oh, I remember you. Like, they start tripping, and then we start getting down. That's what he doesn't understand. So sometimes when I go to concerts, I'm like, fuck, dude, like, I have that paranoia where it's like, someone might be tripping and this and that, but EDC was totally different. Even like, rock shows, totally different. Dude, since I moved down here, I haven't got into, like, there's only one time, but, like.
You need to go to an ignorant show.
Huh?
You need to go to an ignorant show.
Ignorant show?
So an ignorant hardcore show.
I don't think I've heard of them. No.
Like the mood is ignorant.
The mood is ignorant.
Is that a fucking band? I was like, I don't think I heard of them.
Probably is a band.
Hey, that's a cool band name.
Hey, but before I was gonna ask you, what's your top 5? But before I ask that, what's your like, I guess top 5 directors?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, right now I would say Ari Aster for Midsommar. Robert Eggers, he did The Witch and The Lighthouse.
Oh, I haven't seen those two, but I know what you're talking about.
Lighthouse is they're more like art house type films. Like they're considered horror movies also.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe one, right?
Yeah, The Lighthouse. Yeah, and he has a new movie coming out called The Northman.
That's a horror. The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse is considered. You've never seen it?
Well, no, it looked like a comedy or something, or like something weird.
That's a scary movie.
Is it really?
It's not like, oh shit, like I'm scared. But you could tell, like
eerie.
Do a lot of horror movies have comedy in it?
No. Sometimes. Sometimes it just depends on the director. Also, like Scream, like the Scream franchise. Yeah. Those are meant to like
be kind of funny.
Yeah, because they're making fun of themselves.
And then later on, the Freddy and Jason ones kind of go like that.
Man, you really haven't seen that many scary movies, huh?
I'm telling you.
Do they have comedy in all of them?
Because I'm telling you, I only seen like the like I guess would you call those slasher films?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've only seen like things like that.
I can fuck that fool up, fucking Jason.
But it's just one of those things where I know, like, dude, Jason really, like, out of all people, like, he looks like if he was real, like, of course I wouldn't be.
But he's like a demon, right?
But
he's not human.
Yeah, it was like in one of the later movies, he was like resurrected from hell. So actually, he's considered a deadite. I don't know if you know what that is.
No,
explain. The demons from Evil Dead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I forgot which movie it was, but it shows like the book. I think it's called The Necromancer from the Evil Dead, which is used to resurrect the demons or the zombies or whatever.
Yeah.
So like that's used in one of the movies to resurrect Jason.
Oh wow.
So I do a lot of like.
And Michael Myers. What's Michael Myers? He's not human either.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
He's just a person.
He's just a guy. Yeah.
He's just a guy who just fucking escapes death, 9 lives.
He's just a guy with mental health issues.
Yeah.
No, essentially. Like,
but I feel like he gets killed pretty solidly, and then he comes back.
But it's always like retconned. It's always there's always like a catch to it. Like I think there was one movie, I forgot which one it was, where he gets like trapped between a tree and a truck.
And his head gets cut off.
But and then the next movie, it shows like it wasn't him. It was just some guy. He put his mask on.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
So it's always like, oh no, it wasn't really him.
Yeah,
No,
it's kind of like the Joker.
Okay.
Like the Joker's like, oh, he died, but then it's like, no, this guy's the Joker.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people portraying him. So, who else as directors?
So I would say Ari Aster, Robert Eggers. I like Martin Scorsese a lot.
Mm-hmm.
David Fincher.
Yeah, that was dope. Fight Club?
What are they
Club?
known for?
Fight Club?
Martin Scorsese. He did like
I can't say his last name. That's
Scorsese.
Like
he did like the
Scorsese.
mob films, like Goodfellas.
Departed.
Okay, I
Departed.
Yeah.
Casino.
Because of course I seen the Taxi was fucking dope.
No, Taxi Driver.
Oh, Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver. Taxi's the one with Jimmy Fallon, right?
No, okay. Taxi Driver
With Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Taxi Driver. Yeah, that he did that one.
I thought it was called Taxi.
Yeah, because I used to collect movies. Also, I don't collect movies anymore because like I just don't have room.
Yeah.
But I had like his whole collection, like Mean Streets, Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, like all that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Martin Scorsese.
And then who's the other guy?
David Fincher.
And
He did like Fight Club.
Okay.
Gone Girl. What's some of his earlier?
He did more shit. He did what was another time when he did? I forgot. Let me look this full up.
I know I'm gonna fucking hate myself for not remembering.
Dude, Fight Club is one of my like all-time favorite movies.
Yeah, that fool.
But, like,
yeah.
that writer himself, Chuck.
Palahniuk. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah. That guy's fucking
yeah.
Seven.
There we
He
go.
did
Yeah.
Seven. That movie Seven.
I don't think I've seen it.
You ever seen that one? Have you seen the new Batman movie?
Yeah.
The newest
The newest one with Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
No. I thought that I loved it. By the way.
Yeah.
I thought that movie reminded me a lot of Seven.
Yeah. No, it was cool. It was like a detective thing.
Yeah.
Like they were like the whole time figuring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think it was way too long. I feel like
I liked how long it was.
I feel like that whole last scene could have been edited out. Like
in the jail?
Yeah. No, not the jail. The fucking like when they were like where the water breaks down and all that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like at that point I was like, all right, I feel like all the tight shit happened already.
But yeah, Matt Reeves, I just brought him up. He's another good one. He did the new Batman. He also did the new Planet of the Apes movies. I don't know if you ever saw those.
Dude, those ones are fucking sick. The new ones.
He did those?
He did all three of
Bro,
those. Yeah.
I love those movies.
Yeah, those ones are fucking tight. And who else? There's a lot.
I love that like it shows like the beginning of something that's like the Joker, like Todd Phillips, like the way he did that one was just so like.
Did you like that one?
Oh yeah.
The way you see Joker become that guy is just like fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, that movie had a fucking scene that I fucking loved so much when that midget and that fool go to his house and he kills him.
Oh my god,
that shit! And the midget's trying to get out, and he's like scared, like he's all, "You can go." He's like, "Oh, he's trying to get out."
Yeah.
Like he fucking can't reach the lock.
Yeah. And then he opens it, but
and he kisses him. He's all.
Yeah, the thing that was so dope about it that I like everything he did. I was just like, you can feel him, like you can feel everything about it, the way it was written.
You get it. You're like,
because he was like, dude, you were never mean to me. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, don't be scared. Just go.
Yeah.
Like, because everybody was a piece of shit to him.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's why when he said that, I was like, damn, that shit hit. Like,
you felt it?
Yeah, I don't know. Everything about that movie, I watched it probably like 6 times, and I can never get over it.
Yeah.
I think I've only seen it twice.
Yeah?
Yeah, that movie's good, though. It's really good.
That one, Fight Club, I'll give you my 5 right now.
Let's see.
Definitely Fight Club. Definitely Joker. That I don't know what it is about it. Wolf of Wall Street, I love that one too.
That one is dope.
That's Martin Scorsese.
That's Martin Scorsese.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of definitely a Jim Carrey one, but I don't know which one because I love comedies.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, like Ace Ventura, like all those 2 movies. Fucking even Yes Man was kind of like it wasn't that funny, but it was still it was Jim Carrey. Yeah. And then
that's when he started to kind of fall off, huh?
A little bit.
After that, a little bit.
But I'm trying to think of my 5th one. I don't know. It's kind of hard because I want to say, I guess Logan. Logan was like one
that was really good.
Because it's hard to like pick your top 5 because in 2 more months I'll probably have a different top 5.
It always changes.
Yeah,
it always changes.
But definitely Logan, I definitely watched that. Like these are all the movies that I went on my way to just buy. Like, even though I watched it, I was like, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
So
Logan, that was directed by James Mangold.
Okay.
That one was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie. He also did the one before at the Wolverine. Like he did, I think, all 3 of them actually.
Oh really?
I think so. Like the Wolverine standalones.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
So the thing that impressed me is the fact that, because I always feel like those superhero movies, like The Watchmen was sick because it was like real.
Yeah.
Like you see some real.
Like
shit.
the rated R ones are always fire.
Yeah. So I don't.
Suicide Squad. You like that one?
The newest one, yeah.
Yeah. The newer one.
Yeah, the newer one. Yeah, that one's tight.
Yeah. So like every superhero movie, like Deadpool, like I feel like Deadpool broke that.
Yeah.
Deadpool's one of my top.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the first times that I was like, oh shit, there's like.
And that's another
little
one.
kid shit that we like, and then there's like violence. Like
Yeah.
That's another
like,
one where he
shit.
narrates. He talks to the camera
Yeah.
like, look at who's the guy that plays Logan? His actual name?
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
He's like Hugh Jackman. He would say like people's actual names. That play,
making fun of him and shit.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just interesting, but then you're still engaged because he's Deadpool.
Yeah,
and that's how it was in the comic books. I thought when I read the comic books, I thought he was a schizo talking to himself.
Oh.
I didn't know he was talking to the like person that's reading.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So, like,
that's tight.
Yeah, I thought he was just always talking to himself. But what's your top 5?
Yeah, I would say Deadpool because like I was saying, like that shit was it's like little. You don't really see that like in those universes, like them able to do like adult jokes.
Yeah.
With this like universe of like superpowers and shit like that,
Like when he's hugging fucking Klaus's butt.
Yeah, you know, shit like that. You're like, what? You've never seen that in anything.
He's like, oh, buns of steel.
Yeah. And even like the part 2 and shit had a bunch of hilarious shit. Like when this fool like is regrowing his legs and he has like the little legs and shit. I was like, that's comedy.
Yeah.
So like I say that one, Pulp Fiction too. Pulp Fiction,
definitely.
that shit like
That's
blew my mind.
I should have said some Quentin. Yeah, I love Quentin.
Yeah, fucking Dumb and Dumber would be my fucking.
See, I was trying to think of another Jim Carrey, but I couldn't. That's a good one.
That's
too.
the one that fucking. I think a Clockwork Orange was one that fucking.
That movie's fucked up.
Yeah, it was like.
Which one's that one?
It's about like this. I don't think you've seen it. It's
This
Stanley
guy.
Kubrick.
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick. This guy. Well, okay, he's supposed to be playing like a 12-year-old or some shit.
Who?
The main character.
Really?
He's supposed to be like a kid.
Oh,
but it's like an adult man. Like,
yeah, and the movie, but then also too like the world. It's like I don't know if it's like the past or the future or what it is. It's weird because it looks old, but the way they dress is all like super future, like super like the mom. I remember like she looked trippy. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Like it's just him and like his friends, and they dress the same. Like I don't know if you've seen like that famous gym with like it's like a hat, like a top hat. What kind of hat?
A bowl hat.
Bowl
like
hat, yeah.
Bowler hat,
and he has like
one
eyelashes on, like painted on.
Oh, I think yeah.
I think Simpsons parodied it a lot.
Yeah.
Like and so that's from A Clockwork Orange, and that movie's fucked up. Like there's a scene where they're like breaking into these people's house and like. They rape the woman there.
Oh shit!
But like as they're like fucking shit up, he's like singing in the rain.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking crazy shit.
No, yeah, I seen like little clips. Like I went to a museum and they had that.
Yeah.
I remember that scene. And then I think my homie, where are they from? Is it?
That's what I don't know. It's like I don't know if it's the future.
Like the setting,
like,
I don't know.
Like it's like a weird like universe. I don't know. It's like its own thing.
Yeah.
And then it's also made like back in the 70s, right?
Yeah,
70s. So it has like this old vibe to it, but then I don't know if it's like them reimagining the future, but it's like an old movie, so it looks the way it does. You know what I mean? So, but it's trippy. Like it's one of those, and I like the ending where like he went back to his ways.
Yeah.
Like and I read too that like if you read the book, the American version, it makes it that he stays fucking a good person. And when Stanley Kubrick made the movie, he was like, nah, I'm gonna put the original one where he goes back to it, and it's kind of true. It's kind of saying like you can't force people to change, like they need to want to change themselves in a sense, because pretty much he's such a bad kid. He's always like raping people. They just go out, rape people like nothing, get in fights with other people, and kill fucking homeless people.
I haven't fully watched it, but I do like.
And then he gets caught, and then to get out early, he participates in a program that essentially is gonna change him. It's gonna make him a good person. It pretty much does that by like every time he tries to do something bad, it makes him feel sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then while they were doing all that, he was hearing like Beethoven, which is like his favorite. So now even when he listens to that, he gets sick, and it drove him to like almost kill himself and shit. Then so they took that shit off, and then at the end you think he like to front to all the people like, I'm gonna be a good person, you know, da-da-da. But then he just goes back to his ways, and it shows him like in a bed with a bunch of naked chicks and shit. Yeah, that shit was dope. That shit was so tight, dude. I was like, Stanley Kubrick is fire, dude.
That's your fourth one. What's your last? I think that's your fourth one, right?
What would be my last? No Country for Old Men is a cool one. That fucking.
I watched that one.
Yeah, it's.
That sounds familiar.
I think you've seen it. You had to have seen it.
It's Tommy Lee Jones, Josh Brolin.
It's where the guy like flips a coin. He's like, I'm gonna flip this coin if it lands.
Oh,
he kills him and shit. And then he's chasing this fool.
He uses that like
luggage.
what is that? That cattle gun or something?
Yeah. He was like fucking.
I haven't like okay. Because when I was like studying like videography and all that stuff, that was one of the movies that they recommended to watch.
Yeah, because I've read a lot about that Anton Chigurh, that's the name of like the bad guy. Played hard by Harvey. Yeah. And they're saying like that is the most accurate depiction of a psychopath.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's like
like I'm telling you, like when you see his persona, that shit freaks. If I were to see that in a person, that would freak me out. Like that's what I fear. Like fool, someone like
emotion.
that. Like you don't know what they're thinking, fool. So it's like, hey, fool. I don't feel. I'd leave. Fool. Like I'm the type of person. Like I can't deal with that shit. But yeah, that one, cause it was the first. Who made that movie? The Coen Brothers.
The Coen Brothers.
It was like the first one I saw.
What else have they made?
Big Lebowski, Fargo.
They're super like well known and respected. But I never like.
They do like those serious type of comedies. They're mostly known for that.
Yeah.
So like No Country for Old Men, that was like one of their more serious movies.
So it tripped me out when I saw the other ones. I was like, oh, these are more lighter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But I saw that one first, and I remember like tripping out. Like it was a mind fuck. Like once the movie was done, I was like, what? Like.
I love those type of movies.
Yeah, cause it left you all like, when that fool gets killed before the end, and you're like, he fucking died? Yeah. Like, oh shit! Like,
and you don't even see him die. Like, they just show him dead. Like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah. So everything is just like the whole time. I'm just so engaged in the movie. I'm just so like, and it's one of those movies that did that to me.
There's not a lot of dialogue in it either.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of just like you're just seeing what's going on.
Yeah. Like even when he goes to get the suitcase. And then those fools show up at the top. I was like,
oh, dude, that scene.
I was like, fucking,
Stressful.
Yeah, dude. And I love that shit. So, those would be my top 5 if I'm just from the top of my head.
I got 2 more questions. What's your, I guess, what would you say is your best, like, trilogies or, like, series?
Like film series?
Yeah. Because, like, one that I'm thinking about is, I forget the name of the first movie, but... It's that one where it shows Bruce Willis and like glass and
it's Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, yeah, there you go.
Split and Glass.
Yeah,
those are pretty good. I like those.
Like a lot of people talk down on them, but like I thought it was like good, like the way
I love those movies.
It was an interesting take.
Actually, Unbreakable. That's actually one of my favorite.
Oh, really?
Movies.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Because I remember you. That's funny. I remember you mentioning it back in the day.
Yeah.
Really?
About that movie. Like, that movie's died.
That movie was one of the first movies. It's essentially a superhero movie.
Yeah.
So like that was like one of the first movies to show that you could do it serious.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it was like, oh shit, like that's a good one.
And then Split was just like
I remember watching Split in theaters, and I had no idea they were connected.
Yeah.
I was just watching it because I was like, okay, it's supposed to be M. Night Shyamalan's, like, because he's the director.
Yeah.
Because after he made Unbreakable, he did, I think, The Village.
Yeah.
And that one was okay, and then he kind of started to fall off. Like, he became one of those directors, like, oh, he doesn't do good movies anymore.
Yeah.
And then he came out with a movie called The Visit. And that was like a found footage type of movie. And that movie was cool. I was like, okay, like he's kind of coming back.
Yeah.
And then Split came out. And that everybody was saying like, oh, this is his big comeback.
Yeah.
So I went to see it in theaters. And then I remember watching it. I was like, damn, this movie's fucking good.
Yeah, it was good.
And then
dude, the way he fucking portrayed, how many characters was it?
Yeah, it was like 23, I think.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that he was able to do that, because I see
even
him,
make himself look different.
Bro, yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Oh my, like, that type of person, I can see you could be like scared of that. Like,
yeah, oh hell yeah,
like,
dude.
Mentally,
if I see
unstable.
someone act like completely different in a second, I'll be like, ooh, weird.
Because that last one was the Beast, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was crazy, and he started like breaking open the bar. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
But did you understand why he didn't attack her?
Because she's one of like
she's damaged.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like,
because all the cuts and all that, like she's like one.
So
of
he saw himself like, you're just like me, basically.
Yeah, you're one of
us. So that's why he didn't attack her.
I think that's what he said. You're one of us.
Yeah.
And she was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I am not like you.
But yeah, I remember sitting in the theater and like I was like, man, this movie was tight.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the scene where it shows like a diner. And the music playing, that's the Unbreakable theme song.
Yep.
And I recognized it, and I was with my friend Eddie, like, and we both looked at each other like, what the fuck? Like, he's reusing music now? But then it showed Bruce Willis.
Exactly.
And then it showed Bruce Willis, and we're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
That's how I was. I was like, no way. But then Glass happened, and it was kind of like them, kind of like.
Yeah, it was like the ending of it. Like,
yeah.
That one I didn't think was as good. I still enjoyed it. I still liked it. But I would say that's a solid trilogy.
Yeah.
The Planet of the Apes one's, that one's a solid trilogy.
My God. I didn't watch that. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen them?
No.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Especially the last two.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never heard a lot of talk about it.
It got
so
better and
really
better.
Like,
yeah, it just got better and better.
Oh, really?
A lot of trilogies, like the second one's like, oh, it's all right. Then
not as good as the first. And
shit. Yeah. But like this one was real. Like the whole. It's exactly how I said, like how I like those movies where like you see the upbringing. Like at first he's just normal, and then he's like, fuck this, and then you see the guy that was getting tested on, the monkey that was getting tested on, he's like, fuck humans, they fucked me over, we're more powerful.
You see it build up.
And then this guy knows the connection with humans, but they just don't understand, so it's just like, it becomes this whole thing where like, whoa, and then it's a disease that wipes out pretty much a lot of like humans, so.
COVID?
Yeah, I guess it got sense. So like you just watch like the aftermath where everything's just like broken down now, and now there's fucking the apes and fucking humans. Like
I'm gonna watch that shit.
It's good. That one's really good. But another trilogy I would say is really good is the Mariachi trilogy. Which is the first one.
Oh, yeah.
The first one is El Mariachi. It's Robert Rodriguez's very first movie.
Oh.
And then the second one is Desperado.
Yeah.
And then Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Bro.
Yeah. Those are,
those are good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I haven't seen the first one.
El Mariachi, yeah. It's a different actor. It's not Antonio Banderas.
You know what's a trip? That the first one, I used to see it on television.
Yeah.
But on the Spanish channel.
Yeah.
So I had no idea that it was like connected to this, bro. I was like, how? That was a Spanish movie.
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, see, I only seen Desperado and Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yeah, those are part 2 and 3. El Mariachi is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That one's good.
Yeah.
The bad guys from the first one, they're in Desperado at the beginning when he's in the club, like in the guitar, and he sees a guy with the white hat.
Oh yeah.
That's the same actors too.
In the dream. Yeah. No, yeah, but I tripped out because I liked the first one a lot. Just because that whole thing, that was a trip. With the guitar, and the guns, I was like, I've never seen that in like a Spanish movie, you know? Yeah. Like I was so used. I don't know. Did you ever watch those Spanish movies that were like on 22 and 24?
Oh hell yeah!
Like Pedro Almada. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know the names of them, but
they're always the same actors. Like all the movies and shit. Yeah, and like the narco ones had the same fucking old guys, and like the dude from Suicide Squad, like the general. That guy with the big mustache.
Oh yeah.
He's a big Mexican actor. He would come out in a lot of those.
Like, really?
Those, like old narco, like vente pa acá, cabrón.
Yeah.
Nah, you know, like super cheesy and shit. Yeah, he was in those. So those are tight. I like fucking was it Robert Rodriguez?
Robert Rodriguez. Yeah.
I like his style and like that's what I liked about it. Is that like he was watching those same movies, like those same fucking old school movies, and then like it's just tight. Mixing it with the dope fucking
That's
shit.
how he found out that Danny Trejo is his cousin.
No way.
Because he hired him to like be an extra in one of his movies, and they were talking, and they're like, "Oh shit,
that's
we're related." Like,
that's tight. Yeah.
What about
trilogies?
Well, do you have any more trilogies?
Not that I can think of like off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure there's more.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any right now.
Are you into those movies like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and stuff like that?
Yeah. Like the Lord of the Rings movies, those are, I would consider those like epics. Like those are crazy. Like I can't watch those constantly, but like every now and then I'll try to sit through them because they're long.
Yeah, I've never finished any of them.
Oh shit!
I finished Lord of the Rings, but I've never watched Harry Potter.
I've never seen any of those either. What about the superheroes?
I like them. I like the Marvel movies. Like I like them.
The ones that Marvel made, huh? The ones they made.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you that, but a lot of people shit on like the new Marvel because everybody's like, "Oh, here's the new comic series." Like everybody's like shitting on them, but I'm like, bro, like if you know how to film them right, that shit's fucking dope. Yeah. Like when they did Iron Man, that's the one that kind of like started it all off.
Oh yeah,
Iron Man, and then like Captain America, all that shit, and then they brought them together. Like everything about those movies are fucking dope.
Yeah, I like all
the
those
structure.
Movies. Yeah, like Eddie and Bertie, like my co-host, they're not too big on them because, which I understand their argument. They say like there's no stakes. I'm like, well, what do you mean? It's like nobody ever really dies.
That's how I feel about Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, because like I don't know this world, fool.
But you know those guys are gonna. Like,
but it's one of those things that like they're gonna die, but they're gonna come back.
Okay,
or something's gonna happen. And it's like there's no. You're right. There's no. I never put those words. There's no stakes.
Let me put this series in it, and a lot of people like it and hate it. Fucking I just forgot the name.
Which one?
Dude, it's the series that everybody loves.
I think I know which ones you're talking about. I don't know why I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Everybody talks about them.
Are you talking about Twilight?
No. Twilight was good, though. I actually like Twilight.
I was a big hater.
Yeah?
I was a big hater for a while. And then I remember watching the first one. I was like, okay, the storytelling's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's interesting. And then like I ended up watching them all. And I was into it. And especially the last movie, I was like, man, this movie's tight. And have you seen any of them? No. Okay, so the last movie, there's like this big battle scene at the end, and it's brutal.
Oh yeah.
And you're just like, oh fuck, and I was like so into it. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Okay, so and like, do you care if I spoil it?
No, go for it.
I'm trying to look up the movie.
It's not real. Like it was like a premonition. So like the battle's
about
to, like it's like about to end, and then it shows like it didn't really happen, and like that pissed me off.
What the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no. That's what made me hate the movie.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, no, I hate when that shit happens because it was so good.
Yeah.
So well done. But it was just like, basically, they were like, psych.
But then the real battle doesn't happen?
No battle happens.
What the fuck? Yeah, I would have been pissed off too. Hell yeah.
It's a weird build up. Like, it's like built up and then, yeah. But it's a Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. I watched it. I watched the whole thing.
But going to what he said, like, you don't, like, in Game of Thrones, you honestly don't know who's going to make it.
Yeah.
Because at the very beginning, you think the dad's, like, oh, he's, like, the dad.
The main character?
Yeah, like, he's a badass, and he's trying to be the king, and then... I'm going to spoil it. Like, the first season, he dies. And it's wait, what? Like,
nobody's safe in that show.
Yeah, no one. Yeah. So, like, I feel like you should watch that, because if you're expecting, like, someone to live throughout the series... You're going to be surprised on who does and who doesn't.
And it's because they die in like gnarly ways too.
Yeah, because there's people that really you like right away.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this guy's dope. And then fucking second season, he's dead.
Yeah.
That's no, yeah. I need to get, it's just so long. I feel like, and when I get into them, I'm like, fuck, I want to see it. Like I get that addiction. Once one's done, like, oh, I want to see the next one. Like,
do you like series like that are long?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Sons of Anarchy, Game of Thrones, all that.
I watched all the Breaking Bad.
Like, Breaking Bad's
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
It kind of died out.
I hate that show now.
You hate it?
I hate it now.
At the beginning, it was good.
Yeah. I was really into it. I was like, man, this show's really good. Like, it's really good storytelling, like super captivating. And then when it started losing me was when one of the main characters dies.
The Asian one.
Yeah. Glenn.
Yeah.
So when that episode, I was like, damn, that was brutal. But at the same time, I was like, okay, they did what happens in the comics.
Yeah.
They even made his head look the way it looks in the comics when he gets bashed in. Like it was very graphic.
Walking Dead was a comic book series before it was actually.
Yeah.
And so like I watched that, and then I tried to keep up that season, but it was just boring. I was like, oh, it's not interesting to me anymore.
Yeah.
And then like I keep hearing that like it's the final season now, but now everybody's getting like their own spin-off. And I was like, man, just let that shit die. Like,
yeah. They didn't have another one. It's like a whole separate show, but the same thing, no?
Yeah, they have the Fear of the Walking Dead.
There you go, yeah.
I think that one takes place like in L.A. or something. Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, I haven't really got. You know what? Well, I went to the hospital the other day. Remember supposed to fucking come here? I fucking I almost died, I guess, but I don't know. But there,
I don't know. I almost died, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I didn't feel like I was gonna die, but they kept telling me like you can't leave because you can die. I was like, what?
So nonchalant about it.
Yeah, but I finished up The Boys. You guys ever see that?
Oh yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, I was like,
what?
Really I was tripping out on that motherfucker.
I thought, dude, you're the one that told me to watch it, and I thought you finished it.
I just stopped at the first season.
Like you're the one that told me about Dope Sick too, and I finished it, and then you never you're like, I didn't even finish it.
Oh yeah, because it's so hard. I'll get into them because Dope Sick I saw it when I was sick. I had like the flu or something. And
have you heard of Dope Sick?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it though.
Oh, yeah, that shit, it's really good.
Yeah. Just because you see how like what really happened with all the fucking and how like pharma companies can be, you're like, damn, that's just wild. Like that's what fucking rules the world. But What we're talking about?
The Boys.
The Boys. Yeah.
See, that's another one where it's like superheroes.
Yeah.
And it like the very first episode is the fast guy running into the girlfriend, and it's like that's gonna be common things that happen if we had superheroes.
Yeah.
So when I seen that and they're trying to cover up, I was like, oh, you got me hooked.
Yeah.
And then
same here.
Butcher too, dude. He's such a bad. He reminds me of Wolverine.
Yeah.
He's just so like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get these fucking.
I like that actor, Carl Urban.
Mm-hmm.
He played Dredd. I don't know if you ever saw Dredd, like the
remake.
You know what?
He did?
Yeah, that's Dredd.
Wow.
Hey, that's a good movie, huh?
Hell yeah.
Dude.
I was looking up because I was in the hospital, so I was looking up that actor, and I saw there was a new Dredd movie. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and it actually
came
had
out.
a lot of good reviews.
That's why they didn't make any more because nobody saw it.
Yeah?
Yeah, they didn't make money, but that movie's fucking
it's good, huh? Yeah.
The original
I wanna
one.
look it up, too.
The original one is badass because it obviously has.
So
So it's Stallone? I saw that one.
That one's badass, and I remember playing the game and being a kid playing with the toys and all that. But when I seen that they remade it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. I think it was on Crackle. Like Crackle was
it was on there for a while.
Yeah, so I seen it and I was like, oh, this is fucking dope. Like he's going through levels.
Yeah.
Like that's how I felt. Like I was in a game and he's like, all right, I gotta go all the way to the top. And like,
Well, have you ever seen a movie called The Raid?
The Raid?
Yeah, it's an action film from Indonesia.
No.
In my opinion, probably the best action film I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, it's called The Raid. I think in the United States they retitled it to The Raid Redemption. But there's two of them. There's that one, and then the second was just called Part 2. Really good. But the first one, the way Dredd is, you know how he goes levels up like that? That's how The Raid is. It's like these cops invading this house or this building where this like drug dealer lives, and so they have to try to get it because they're like being killed off one by one.
Yeah.
It's like action packed and like all these martial art. It's fucking crazy.
When you said that, it reminded me of. Did you ever watch End of Watch?
Yeah.
That one's fucking
really
badass too.
That's a good movie.
That's how I felt. Bright was kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
Was it the same director?
Yeah, it was.
It was?
It was the same director.
Okay.
David Ayer.
That explains it. Because a lot of people shit on Bright, but I was like, dude, that's actually a fucking good movie.
That's why it took me so long to watch it, because even people that I like trusted their movie opinion, they're like, oh, that movie sucks. Like, I was like, oh, okay. But I was like bored one day. I was like, fuck it, I'll put it on. I was like, this movie's tight.
Yeah.
It reminded me of End of Watch and Training Day.
Yeah.
But just like with fairies and shit.
One of the most epic scenes that I thought was so badass is when they first get the wand. And he's questioning Jacoby, right? Or Jacob? Or what?
Jacoby.
Jacoby?
Yeah.
So he goes up to him and is like, dude, what the fuck? Did you fuck me over? Are you one of them or are you with me? And he's like, no, I let him loose. Like, he broke it down like, I can smell better. Like, you wouldn't understand. You humans are fucking ignorant.
Yeah.
So he broke it down, and then the cops come out, and he's like, who's like standing left to right? And then he names them all, and then he turns around. Boom, boom, boom. Just dumps at everybody. Yeah. Bro, that scene always touches me where I'm like, that's so fucking badass, because he trusted him so much that he knew these guys were going to... Because they even said it when he walked away. He was like, what are we going to do? We're going to kill them both. So he just said, fuck it. I'm going to trust this fool. Lights him up. And the other spot that gets me all touchy is when he dies and gets resurrected.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like... it always hits me because I'm just right there. Like, because I watch it with my girl, and I'm like... trying not to cry. Like,
hell no, I'd be like, oh.
Like, I get so happy when she's like staring, like she's sitting right here, and I'm like kind of behind her. I'm like, just kind of get like a tear.
Just real quick.
Yeah, like, and I see her tearing up. Like, oh, you crying? Like but Bright's fucking dope.
You haven't seen Bright?
No, I've seen Bright. Yeah,
that's just
I liked it.
But the other question I had too is if you, like, what would you, I guess, explain, like, the best structure in a movie? You know how we just named off a bunch where, like, they talk into the camera, or, like, they have this, and then you're anticipating this. Like, what's, like, the best structure? Like, because me personally, I feel like the Joker structure, like, that type where it's, like, you get to relate and feel. Like, and then you see them unravel to become who they are. That structure, I love that.
Those are like origin movie, like kind of origin.
In a way, yeah.
In a sense, yeah.
It just depends on the writing. It just depends. Like, you gotta make me care. Like, at the same time, don't explain everything. Because like then it just feels like you're just dumping information on me.
All the dialogue is them just explaining what's going on. Yeah, I hate that shit too.
The best like example for that is the first Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
because you're just like trying to get to know all these characters, and then like they fucking jump in. Like I still love the first one, but I feel like it should have been in a series instead of just like all at once. Like, all right, this is what's gonna happen. It's like, nah, I want to know.
There was an explanation.
Yeah, and then the Joker comes out of nowhere. It's like, I love you. It's just like, wait, what? Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I want to like get to know. Like, Will Smith's character was dope as fuck, but he doesn't want to play that because it did so bad.
Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite structure?
Yeah, like just don't explain everything. Like, let me figure out on my own.
Yeah.
But like. Also, don't be pretentious with it either. It's kind of I feel like I'm kind of saying like two opposing things with what I'm saying right now.
Well, what would be your best example on what you're trying to say?
What movie was made like the best in your opinion? Is that
really well written?
But you were like, fuck, if every movie was just.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like
has that.
If you were to like have your own movie, what kind of structure would it go to? Like, because like I said, my example is like the Joker.
It's like a build up of the story.
Even like
because there's also like, for example, like Space Odyssey, how you said it's meant to be slow.
Yeah.
Because it's more like an experience.
Yeah, because I feel like that movie was specifically written to be like you're supposed to see what the artificial intelligence sees humans.
Yeah.
So he sees the artificial intelligence sees humans as like dumb.
Yeah.
Like monotone with no like. Yeah. Just wastes of space basically.
Yeah.
So like that's why everybody's just played off as like boring and just dull, you know.
Yeah.
So
like the reason I like Pulp Fiction so much was I remember watching it, and nothing that they say is like an explanation of anything. Just kind of like you're seeing them.
It's just a conversation they're having.
As they are, and then you kind of like make up like, oh, this fool's like this.
Yeah.
It's like, and then what they talk about is just whatever.
Yeah.
But but it's like it seems genuine, and then but the whole time you don't know what's happening. Like, where are these fools going?
Yeah.
You know, and then they show up where they're at, and then you're like, oh, they're fucking okay. They're like hitman. You know, you kind of like okay, and then you trip out by the violence. Like, oh, what the fuck, and the speech, and then it changes, and everything is just that's what the whole movie was like that for me. Like, what's this now? But it was so engaging because it was like. You're trying to figure it out, like in a sense, like like this conversation, this feels like this feels like that. Okay, he's a boxer, and then everything just tripped me out. Fool, I've never in my life expected to fucking see that fool getting butt raped.
Oh yeah.
No, fool, like that was the last thing I ever thought. Like what?
What other movie is pretty badass? That's like reminds me of that is Snatch.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Guy Ritchie's a good director too. Yeah, Guy Ritchie.
That shit's fucking dope. Like, I didn't expect Brad Pitt to be this badass when he went up against those guys. I was like, wait, what? And then you jump over to the bank the guys that are robbers, and everything's just kind of like everywhere. But then it's like it has you hooked.
Yeah. And it comes together.
He didn't want to do that movie.
Brad Pitt?
Yeah, he didn't want to do it because he had just did Fight Club, and he was like, I don't want to do another movie where I play like somebody that fights. Like, But I guess when he read the script, he was just like, okay, this seems interesting. He asked to play that character that he played, and he made up the way he talked. Like,
oh really?
That was his
what's that shit called? They're
pikeys.
Pikeys.
They're like gypsies basically.
Gypsies,
it's I don't know why it's so weird. Because I guess I recently saw it, but there was an article talking about accents in movies, and they were just saying how like Brad Pitt was like it was so good because it was like. It was meant to be nothing. Yeah. It was just so good, just what he did. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was just meant to not be like you're like, wait, where's this accent from?
Yeah. So it was so good.
You know what other movie's dope? The Town.
Oh yeah, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck directed that one.
I never finished that one.
Yeah, he directed that one.
Dude, that shit's fucking dope.
Have you ever seen Heat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen Heat.
You haven't seen Heat? The Town is basically Heat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A modern
like Ben Affleck's interpretation of Heat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
And that's a lot shorter too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because Heat's pretty long.
Yeah, like 3 hours and shit.
Yeah, something.
I don't know what it is about fucking long movies, man. It's just hard now more than back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like now we're just so like caught up in so many different things.
We're like quick.
Yeah.
We need to be fast. Yeah.
We need that instant gratification.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because like we can't withstand a 3 hour movie. but we can watch 3 different episodes.
That's what's crazy. Like we could binge shit, but you can't sit through like 3 or 4. Like, did you watch the Snyder Cut at all? The Justice League? No,
too long, dude. Way too long.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Like,
yeah, but it was just the length. I just couldn't.
Yeah, it was like 4 hours.
Yeah. And then was Titanic? Remember
Titanic?
the 2 VHSs?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. I thought because that was like the first long movie. I remember it was like such a big deal. Like, it was 4 hours, and I was like, that was tight. But now I can't, dude. I can't do that shit.
But yeah, like I as far as like movie structures, like I like writings like that. Like earlier I had mentioned Eternal Sunshine, and I actually just remembered that I was wrong in the fact that I said Michael Gondry wrote it. He directed it. The writer, his name's Charlie Kaufman.
Oh, okay.
Like it just popped in my head. Like I just remembered.
Oh yeah, that's the guy who wrote the fucking movies.
He wrote like Being John Malkovich, and then he has this one on Netflix called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I heard of it, but I haven't watched it yet.
I've watched it twice already, and I still don't understand that movie. But it's for some reason I'm just like this movie I'm drawn to it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I gotta watch it again.
That was like for me that was the one with Jake Gyllenhaal and that rabbit.
Donnie Darko?
That one. Like, I did not get it, but I needed to watch it.
Dude,
like, it was more
I don't know why I just thought about one movie is and it was just such like I didn't understand it, but it was such a badass movie, Collateral.
Yes.
Bro, because I didn't understand why he needed Jamie Foxx so much, like as the driver. Like he liked it.
Another one that I wanted to watch.
Dude, Collateral is such a like the way I just blinked out. Tom Cruise. That's the first movie where he plays the bad guy.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, "Wait, what?" But he's such like aggressive and like, I don't know. I don't want. You gotta watch it.
That one's really good. If you haven't
watched it,
don't spoil that one.
Yeah, no, dude. It's all I can say is that pretty much Jamie Foxx is in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Yeah, basically.
That's
Oh, those always suck. There's another one like that in the '90s. It was like Christian Slater, the guy from Entourage, and Emilio Estevez, and it was like about them going somewhere, and they just wrong time, whatever. They get caught up, and then like the whole time they're being chased by somebody, and they're like, "Fuck, we're just gonna go get milk or something." I forgot what it was.
I don't know.
No?
No.
I thought you would know because of the. No, then I was gonna ask you. Do you know what Donnie Darko was like? What was the fuck that shit was
It's about time travel.
That's what it was?
It's about time travel, yeah. Like that's the whole thing where he's time traveling. That whole like the shit he sees or whatever. That's his path. Like
who's time traveling? Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah. Like I don't know how. Like he basically. That one's hard to explain. Like I'd have to watch it again just so I could get a good grip on it because it's been a while since I've seen that one.
But if I know time traveling and I watch the movie again, I'm gonna get it.
Probably. But it's about time travel.
Yeah, it's one of those things I watched it because it was like cool, but like in the end I was like, I still don't get it.
We're at an hour and 25 now.
For sure. Well, that's cool. You cool?
My last question is if I want to say top 5 again, but like.
Fuck it. Ask it.
This episode's called Top 5.
Like, what are some movies that you recommend for other people to watch? I guess.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I would like to know. What if anyone asks you, like, what?
Okay, I'll do genres. So, comedy. I don't know if you guys have seen it. What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, not the show.
Oh, okay.
What We Do in the Shadows.
I've heard. You know what? I've seen little bits of it. Because it was always like on it was like one of those channels, HBO.
Yeah.
At my girlfriend's house, she had that.
What's that about?
It's basically about a documentary crew going to see the daily lives of vampires.
Oh shit!
It's a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is fucking hilarious.
What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay.
I would say that's like a must. Like everybody needs to watch that
for
one.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Another one, I would say. I would probably say Midsommar, like for like horror, like if you want to get into like that type of horror, like just that makes you think
like a
and
new
shit.
type, like like a new,
yeah.
People jumping into rocks.
Yeah.
That's why I got out of it. You know,
what kind of movie is this? Oh, it's another fucking people jumping on rocks movie.
Yeah, people jump on rocks. That's it. It's all sunny and bright, glorious, and then
great cinematography. No, you like it, bro. You should watch it. I want to watch it with you.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. There's not like like creatures or anything like that. It's more one of those movies that's just like, that's fucking scary. Like if that were to happen to me, it's like that.
Yeah,
like, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, I would say Midsommar, that one. Action movies, I would say The Raid, like the one I mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Yeah,
I definitely want to watch that.
That one, like it's fucking amazing. Like the you go even watch like some of the fight scenes on YouTube and it'll blow you away.
Speaking of fight scenes, you want to know which one that stands out all the time to me is the Punisher series when he's breaking out of the fucking jail.
Okay,
you remember that shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
dude. He kills like at least 10 people, bro.
I never seen
getting out of fucking jail. Just like he's all bloody. And he's just yelling like, oh, like the way he portrays John Bernthal.
Yeah.
He's such a savage as Punisher.
Yeah.
Like he plays him so perfect. I'll fucking play it right after this, dude. That's one of my favorite scenes where he's just yelling and killing everybody. Like you feel like he's actually in jail trying to get the fuck out.
Yeah, like that's fuck. Like,
it's in the Daredevil series now. Yeah. It's not Punisher. It's in the Daredevil.
Oh, it is in Daredevil.
Yeah.
It's in Daredevil.
That's when he gets introduced on the second season.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of like action, just want to give a big shout out to Jackie Chan. You ever seen the old Jackie
hell
Chan?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like those. I remember those fight scenes even now, like, cause I feel like fight scenes when I see them now, I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I saw like a Jackie Chan movie recently, and I was like, dude, this is still tight. Like I don't know what it was. Rumble in the Bronx, maybe.
Bro.
Yeah,
that's such a classic, dude.
Yeah, man.
It all looks so real, and it all, you know, like he's like,
that's the one
he's
where
really
he
in
gets
it.
Fucking,
there's no stunt doubles,
right?
Yeah, no, he does his own stunts.
Yeah.
That's the one where they're throwing glass at him.
Yeah,
dude, that shit scared me as a kid because he's so bloody when he comes in. He's just like,
yeah, he was.
And then the girl's like
exaggerating.
Like, yeah. But dude, the thing that I love about Jackie Chan is he's always the guy that's like, I'll fuck you up, but I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
So he's always like, someone's like swinging at him. He's like, I don't want no trouble.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like, it's also funny. Like it's all like comedic the way he's doing it, and it's like, I was like, damn, fool, that's tight. Like,
I used to love seeing those like editing scene, like the ending where he's like doing all the bloopers. Yeah, and you can see him like getting airlifted, like breaking his leg on something, or like something happened where he hits his
savage
head.
shit.
Like, I always remember the scene where I forget. I don't know if that's the same movie, but there's a scene where he jumps off and he has to go on the lights. But he said he burned his hands.
Going down and shit.
Yeah, he was coming down, but the lights are all hot.
Yeah.
Because so he went down not knowing, he didn't think that that was gonna be a factor. So he had like a bunch of like burns all over his hands.
He's a goat.
Yeah.
What else? So you said action,
The Raid,
horror, and comedy.
So
romantic
Raid,
comedy.
What we do in the shadows for comedy, Midsommar for horror, The Raid for action. What else? Romantic comedy. All right, let's see. Damn, there's a lot of good ones. Well, okay, as far as like romantic movies, you could either do like a comedy or you could do like, I steer more towards like the dramatic, like the heartbreak ones. Like, I don't know if you've heard of Blue Valentine.
I have. That was like fucked up.
That movie's fucked up.
That was fucked up. That's romantic?
No. It basically shows the progress of a failing marriage.
Yeah.
But Eternal Sunshine, I guess you could say, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. To me, that movie more shows along the lines of like, it makes you question like, are people meant to be together?
Yeah.
Because like, it's just with everything that happens in the movie, it's pretty crazy. But let's see, what else? A lot of people would be surprised for me to say this, but P.S. I Love You. Have you heard of that one? No. With Hilary Swank and Gerard Butler.
Nah.
No, they play like a married couple, and like she doesn't get along with the husband or the husband's mom, her mother-in-law, but he ends up dying. And so after he dies, she starts receiving letters in the mail from him that he wrote before he died because he was sick.
Oh, I remember seeing the trailer. But
yeah, and like there's like this big reveal at the end, like of who's the one actually sending her the letters, and it's like it's fucking heartbreaking. It's like fuck, but at the same time we're just like that's beautiful.
So you like heartbreaking shit?
Yeah,
yeah, I do.
Romantic heartbreaking.
Yeah. I feel like a movie like that I like was like My Girl. Remember My Girl? With Macaulay Culkin.
Where's his glasses? Yeah. He needs his glasses.
He can't see without his glasses.
Yeah, that movie. Oh man, that one. That's a tough one. Yeah. But let's see what else. I don't know. I mean,
but I'll pause to see what the man does. See what she thinks. P.S. I Love You.
P.S. I Love You. That's a good one.
I'm gonna be like, gay.
A lot of people give shit to this movie, but The Notebook, that's a good movie.
Hey,
that's a really good movie.
Yeah, that is actually a good. Like,
yeah.
I put that above Titanic. Like,
I would too. Yeah.
Yeah, because
that one's a good one.
I remember people talking about it. I was like, dude, I can watch this chick flick. Like, but then I watched it. I was like into it.
It gets you, man.
Yeah. Like when you were watching Bright.
Yeah. Like, that shit hit me. I was like, okay, I can see why like they like it. But I was thinking about a movie, and then we talked about that. Oh, the series Black Mirror.
Oh,
do you like stuff like that too?
Yeah. It's like a modern day Twilight Zone. Like
exactly. Yeah.
That show is fucked up. Like, I remember the first episode I watched of that one. I think was the mayor when he fucks the pig.
Bro, that shit's so epic.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. There's so many. I haven't watched the recent ones.
I haven't either, but I heard they're not that great.
Oh no?
No, yeah.
I just watched like the first 3 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
The first 2.
Like it's the latest season. I think it only has 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. That's the one that I heard isn't that good.
Okay.
But the one before that is pretty good. Like, that one's really good.
That shit's mind fucking.
Yeah, I like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I still watch episodes of the Twilight Zone every now and then, like the original Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
That shit still fucks with me.
Yeah, I haven't. I never got into them, but I did see like 2 episodes, and I tripped out on how like, oh shit, like I feel freaked out right now. Like that was weird.
Like one of my favorite episodes, I can't remember what it was called, but it shows like this lady on a farm. And there's like hardly no dialogue in the whole episode.
Yeah.
It's just like she's kind of like humming, like doing whatever, like getting ready for bed, whatever. And it shows like a little spaceship land on her roof. And like these 2 little things come out, and like they're tiny.
Yeah.
And then like they're going through the house, and she starts freaking out because she sees them, and she's trying to like fight them off. And like by the end of the episode, like the little creature things get back in their spaceship. They get in there, and then you hear them talk. And they're like, oh, we just landed on a planet full of giants. Like, we'll be headed back home right now. So, like, they were the humans.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, shit. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's tight.
It's a lot of shit where you feel like you're actually watching, like, a different dimension.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
That's it being called Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
You want to wrap it up?
Well, that's cool, man. Well, thanks, Fidel, for coming through.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, fucking check out Betamax.
Hell yeah, Betamax, homie. We're going to be coming up with some more episodes soon, hopefully.
Yeah, no, fuck
and
yeah,
like you
dude.
said, video too, soon.
Hell yeah.
Some video, hell yeah. Hit this full up.
I'll tell you all this stuff right now.
Hell yeah.
And I'll show you that Punisher scene right now.
No, okay, for sure.
It's just tight. It's tight.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, well, cool, man. Thanks.
Hell yeah.